Hey guys, so I just wanted to come and talk to you guys, kind of give you an update on what's going on with me professionally. So as most of you guys know, I am a registered nurse. I've been a registered nurse for almost 5 years. When I first graduated, I was in Tennessee, so I worked there for a few years, got experience. And then when I moved to California, I stayed with the bedside aspect of it because I wanted to get a little more experience in a different department. Now, when I moved to Florida, I feel like it's the time for me to transition from bedside to another department. I always knew that I didn't want to do bedside forever, whether it was going to a non-bedside position, a teaching position, or some other, like, there's so many things you can do with a nursing degree. So I knew that I always wanted to do something else, and I felt like with this move, this was like the perfect time to just go for it, because you can easily get stuck doing the same thing if you keep doing it. Even if you're like, oh well, I'll just be here for a little bit, you can get stuck doing it. I've talked to older nurses and they say, yeah, before I knew it, I turned around and it was like I was here for 25 years. So I mean, that can happen, absolutely. So I figured this is the best time to transition over to another department, and I knew I wanted something non-bedside. I was open to pretty much anything, like clinics, outpatient facilities, case management, procedural. When I moved here, I started doing research, trying to see what exactly I wanted to do and what I could apply for. So once I finally got my nursing license and everything situated, which I have an entire video on that by itself. Once I got all of that situated, I started looking for jobs. I've been applying, and of course it does take longer when you're transitioning, because you technically don't have any experience in the field you're trying to move over to, or department that you're trying to move over to. So that does make it a little more difficult, as opposed to, say, I went somewhere where it's the same thing that I've been doing for 5 years, so it's going to be quicker, I'll get in faster, and it's just easier all around. So I knew that it was going to take some time to kind of find a position and find something that I felt like I would enjoy. So that is just the difficult part, is once you get into like a specific specialty, it is a little more difficult to transition over. They want to like utilize your skills and utilize everything that you've been taught over the years and just have you hit the ground running, which that's usually what I do. I feel like this is a perfect time to kind of move over to another department. So when I moved here and I got my license and everything, I did not apply to any bedside positions, because you can easily get tempted to just like do it. You know, it's easy to get tempted because you're like, oh, it's what I know, so I can just like go in and, you know, be comfortable in it. It's a little uncomfortable going into a completely different department, but that's something that I am so ready to do, something that I knew I always wanted to do. So I've been applying to different positions. I've applied to specialty clinics like oncology clinic, GI clinic. I've even applied to some like wellness facilities. I've also applied to like outpatient procedural areas. I've also applied to like dialysis facilities, and even like IR or cath lab. I've applied to places like that. So the easy part is applying. It's getting, you know, the interviews and getting someone that's willing to, you know, teach you everything. I've interviewed with a couple of clinics and also a couple of dialysis places, and even an infusion center. So that's something neat as well. And then another thing that you have to look at is not just like where you're working, but like what your job is going to include. This is going to be something completely different from what I'm used to with the bedside nursing. So I have to make sure there's something that I'm going to be comfortable doing, something that I will enjoy doing. Also, what comes into account when you're looking for places is benefits. Of course, that's very important. Medical benefits, retirement, as far as PTO, paid time off, what they give you with that, also tuition reimbursement. So those are all important aspects that I take into account when deciding on where I want to go. I don't know if I even told you guys, but I did begin my doctoral degree. I applied to graduate school in California, and I went there for a few semesters. Of course, that's kind of on hold right now because I'm waiting until I start working again so that I can utilize the tuition reimbursement, because I definitely do not want more loans. So tuition reimbursement is a big factor as to where I would work. Also, advancement for sure. If it's a place that I don't see myself advancing fairly quickly, then I'm not going to be as interested in it. My goal over the next 5 years is to be in a management position. So I would definitely want a job where I can see myself advancing and not taking like 20 years to do so. Also, the pay is important as well. You want to have a decent pay. Raises, like how often do you get raises, and are you do they have that opportunity for you to get additional raises, something that you can do to advance yourself besides just the annual raise. So I really like that, and I want a place where I can do that so that I can control like my raises. Yes, I can get the annual raise, but if I want to do additional work and get an additional raise, then I have the option to do that. But like I was telling you guys about going back for my graduate degree, that's something that I decided to do just because I made that one of my goals. I wanted to be in graduate school within 5 years of, completing my bachelor's degree. And I was actually originally going to become a nurse practitioner, but when I was there, I learned that nurses, like the nursing specialty, is so short on educators, and I love educating. Like I always precept, I'm educating others, I teach classes and everything, and even in high school and college I was like tutoring. So I love like educating, so that's something that I'm very passionate about, and that's something that I do want to do. If I like get my master's or my doctoral degree, I'm still not exactly certain which I'm going to do. I have to just find like a place here, like I said, that will have a pretty nice tuition reimbursement, and I also have to find a facility that's not like crazy expensive, and that I don't have to like find my own clinical rotations and anything like that. So a lot goes in, and they also have to take my credits that I've already earned from my previous school, so a lot goes into that. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'll continue with the doctoral program, or if I would just like go for my master's, or if I'll just keep my bachelor's and advance with that. I have like several options, so I haven't really decided exactly what I want to do, but I know within the next 5 years I want to have done something. Like I don't want to be where I am now in 5 years. So we shall see. But yeah, I am down to just a few places, and I don't know. I really like all of them for different reasons, but there is one that has like more benefits than the others. So I'm praying that I get that one, because that one pretty much, it has like everything that I want. It has great benefits, it has nice pay, I can see myself advancing fairly quickly, and it just has a lot. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I'm just praying and gonna let God lead me to the right position for me, because sometimes you want something, but it's not even what's meant for you. You realize that the thing you didn't want was like the thing that was like the best for you, and you loved it so much more, and it was like perfect. So God knows what he's doing, so I'm just gonna pray and say, hey, just bless me with whichever job is meant for me, and whichever job I would fit into the best. But yeah, I just wanted to come in, let you guys know, give you that little update, let you know what's going on. I know people have been asking in the comments, so I just wanted to kind of let you know what the process is. And yeah, it does take longer, but you just have to make sure that you're prepared. You never know where you'll end up. I've met some nurses that have some crazy stories telling me how they got to where they are now. So just give it a try and see where God takes you, and waiting to hear back. So as soon as I do, I will definitely let you guys know. But I'm excited, I'm nervous, and I'm just ready to get started. So I'm excited to see like where I end up, and I'm excited to start like a new specialty. Whatever I decide to do, I'm just excited to do it. You're just excited to do something. You don't know what you're gonna do or where it's gonna take you, but you're just excited to get started and to start like growing even further. So yeah, all of my nurses, just let me know what your specialty is, if you've transferred over to another department, and how you like it, because I know that people have been asking in the comments. So yeah, that's what's going on with me. It does take time, but I'm being patient, anxious and patient at the same time, because I want to like, let me go ahead and know what I'm going to do and where I'm going to do it. But at the same time, I don't want to rush it, because I want to make sure it's something that I honestly want to do and something that I will enjoy. Yeah, that's my update. Thank you guys for tuning in. I just wanted to come and give you like a professional career update. And I'll give you guys a personal life update soon, because I know you guys have been asking for that as well. But yeah, as soon as I know anything, I will definitely let you guys know. As soon as I know, you guys will know. So I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. When I know, you'll know. But thank you guys for tuning in, and until next time.